personally, that home science is one of the subjects which is so much connected professionally, so much connected academically, and so much connected even at the grassroots level, even at the society, whether we talk of women empowerment, whether we talk of sustainability development goals, whether we talk of mental health. But of course, the only thing that is needed is to be very assertive and try to do something at the grassroots level so that the results can be achieved. I am so happy, the earlier speakers also throw some light on this particular topic. And this topic can go a long way, and in fact this task can go a long way through home science and through other departments also. As the Red Star has already appraised the audience about the various activities that we are having in the university, whether it's trout fish farming, women who sell this trout fish at the Dal Lake, they are attending our training camp. So we are trying to be connected this way, and about the different skill development, tailoring and so on. So all these types of activities are going on. Just yesterday, one of the programs in women's studies concluded with the Mahindra group about that Nandi Foundation, and I was so happy what you were talking about life skills. This is what these life skills they gave to the group. So definitely these things will help them. I would definitely, I'll be looking out for a working paper about the achievement of this particular seminar. I was talking to my Dean Academic Affairs just now about the task now which will follow after these activities, not only with the home science, but all the departments, whether social work, whether zoology, whether botany, wherever this task has been done, whether home science, task will follow pertaining to where the startup culture, they have to, departments have to give results now, lots of awareness and lots of, programs we have done, but now we want results. Professor Aparna very rightly said that JNK is taking a lead in startup culture. I was just watching few days back India Today conclave, Even the media of our country is so much aware of the startup culture that is, taking up lead in the rest of the country because our Honorable LG and the Chancellor of this university, he's very much vigorous of having this startup culture, and believe me, money is no barrier in order to train the students, to train the groups, and or even give them some seed money to start up their own startups. You'll be happy to know through our New Gen Center we have recently funded 4 startups. So university is not sleeping over anything, but we are trying our best to to have this. So definitely, being myself a home scientist, I know that home science has lots of scope. So I will definitely love to look for a working paper for achievements, and definitely education is one of the tool of empowerment for women, or equality we can say. So one could be for the education of girls. I was looking that there is some topic on it, but we have to see how we can get ourselves connected. And when I go to the steps of seeing the home science, whether of our own Institute of Home Science or any other home science institute of the country, definitely foods, nutrition, dietetics and food technology is the strength of any home science department. So definitely something should come up, some sustainable development goal should revolve around this, and something should come up from this. Then holistic child development. We have human development is the basic one of the courses which we studied from UG. So definitely I would be looking for that also. Women entrepreneurship also. Then if only these three, we can pick up only these three as per our strength, and then connect it with the community, connect it with the families, connect it with the, self-help groups. So definitely, we can make some change and we can have some results.
If we see the genesis of SDGs, it originated from Millennium Development Goals, which started somewhere in 2000. It was probably in 2012, during deliberations on UN deliberations on sustainable development, that this concept of SDGs emerged. How it differed, or how it differs from Millennium Development Goals. There are few major aspects in which it differs from Millennium Development Goals. SDGs are interdependent. Making progress to achieve one objective, undoubtedly it will have a positive impact to achieve another objective. So these are interconnected. This is one major difference. Second is, sustainability has been taken into consideration. For the students who are attending this session, how we define sustainability. Sustainability is the ability to meet our own goals, so that the present population should meet its own goals or own objectives without making any compromise on the ability of our future generations. So this is another the most important aspect of SDGs, that future generations have been taken into consideration. I will substantiate this statement by quoting one example. Those of you who have kept a track on the development of science or overall development of the country after independence, specifically if you track the developments in science or agricultural science. Once we were importing food grains, then because of the efforts of scientists and our farmers, we became self-sufficient. What was the basis of this self-sufficiency? It was the evolution of high-yielding varieties of crops, particularly wheat. Thanks to Professor M.S. Swaminathan, who played a pivotal role in evolving, in breeding those varieties, which were dwarf varieties of wheat, but they yielded very high compared to those conventional or traditional varieties of wheat. But while evolving those varieties, while cultivating those varieties, one thing which scientists skipped, these wheat varieties, they need large quantities of agrochemicals, particularly fertilizers. So once we use large quantities of fertilizers in our soil, it results in deterioration of soil health. So scientists who evolved or who recommended cultivation of those dwarf varieties centuries ago or decades ago, they didn't keep this thing into consideration, that continuous use of agrochemicals, particularly fertilizers, it will result in deteriorated soil health. So, no doubt we solved one problem, but we created another problem. This is not sustainable development. Sustainable development is that development wherein we have to take future generations into consideration. By making this progress, our future generations should not face any problem. So that is sustainable development. So as scientists, we should always take this thing into consideration, that if we evolve any technology, what's its impact? What's its impact on environment? What's its impact on human health? Or there can be some social issues also. We have to take all those things into consideration while working in our labs, while designing our research projects. So sustainability development goals are SDG. It's not only that government is responsible for achieving those objectives which are enshrined there in these, which are mentioned in SDGs. It's all we as citizens of this country, we as communities, as individuals, we have to play our role in meeting these SDGs.
I'm extremely honored to be here to share share my understanding of the theme of these 2 days of deliberations. So our focus is going to be on localization of sustainable development goals, and the speakers before me have already set the background in terms of what are sustainable development goals and why are they so important. I think we are all aware that the United Nations Development Agenda of 2016-30 led to the release of this document called Transforming Our World, the 2030 Agenda for Sustainable Development. And this was signed by the Government of India in September 2015. And we all must know that Niti Aayog has been given the responsibility to adopt and monitor the sustainable development agenda in our country, and also to promote work on the various sustainable development goals and achievement of their indicators amongst all the states and union territories of the country. We are well aware that there are 17 sustainable development goals, and as Masudi sir informed that the answer also informed that these are stemming from the Millennium Development Goals. And the need for these goals has been realized by the countries all over the world, as we all nations need to progress together, need to develop together, and promote well-being, health, and livelihoods for people so that they can lead a better quality of life. SDGs जो है, if you notice, SDGs are not legally binding on any country. Countries have voluntarily accepted to follow the sustainable development goals, include them in their development agenda, and they are, they are guiding force or guiding lights towards how countries should work towards developing their, developing their economies, developing their academic institutions, developing their, the overall infrastructure in the country, so that we have enough for today, and we are well prepared for tomorrow, for a generation who can also continue using the same benefits as we are enjoying in our lifetime.
Gone are the days when we used to do only our studies, research, writing articles. But now things are entirely different. We have to come out from that traditional aspects. And we have to do something big. Big in the sense that which would provide opportunities to our youth. For providing the opportunities to our youth, the government will be always supportive to us. I congratulate the Honorable Vice Chancellor for taking very immediate steps in having such kind of events presently in the university. Dear students, let me tell you that if you see right now in the whole camps, a series of events related to the sustainable development, entrepreneurship, skill development are being conducted. But that's okay, that's very fine. But ultimately we have to see the things which should be result productive. So we have to take these results to the society. And then because this is a public university, we are always answerable to the society. We have to see that whatever we do, how the society can get benefited. So whatever we do in this workshop, I am sure that the things will be put in the right perspective, so that the students, the scholars and other guests get benefited, and then they should have a clear vision that what to do, because we have a well-defined these SDGs, Sustainable Development Goals. And you know that the Honorable Prime Minister of the country, his mission is that about the Viksit Bharat. If you see the Viksit Bharat mission, which is up to 2047, now India is going to be one of the most developed nations. And for that, we have to come forward, as a society we have to come forward, as a student, as a scholar, as the teacher, as the officer, we have to come forward and contribute in our own way. So I am sure that whatever we will have the discussions here, so these things shall be carried forward to the society and bring it in the right perspective, so that the pass out of this department the students, the scholars, they should not only look for the jobs, right? Rather than they should think for some big dreams. See, getting the job is always very good, it's very important. But at the same time, in action with the jobs, you should be something different, where you can provide the jobs. For that, you have to understand actually the theme and how you can take these sustainable development goals to the right perspective in your right life. I hope that the future is ahead, very positive future for our students, and you will gain all such kind of energies and momentum to take your life, to take your future forward.
We gather here to delve into the pivotal role of home science in advancing the ambitious agenda set forth by the United Nations through the Sustainable Development Goals. The Sustainable Development Goals outline a comprehensive roadmap for global development addressing key challenges ranging from poverty, elevation to environmental sustainability. However, achieving these goals requires more than just broad, overreaching strategies. It demands an advanced understanding of local context and the development of targeted interventions tailored to specific communities. This is where localization of SDGs becomes prominent and what we are working on this seminar. In India, the task of localizing the SDGs is not merely a matter of policy implementation, it is a journey of empowerment and inclusion. It is about ensuring that every individual, regardless of their background or circumstances, has an opportunity to participate fully in the development process and reap its benefits, and the journey, however, in home science emerges as a beacon of hope and resilience. Home science, with its interdisciplinary approach, touches upon various aspects of human well-being, from nutrition to health and livelihood advancement, and environmental sustainability, promoting practices that not only meet the needs of the present, but also safeguard the interests of the future generations.